Blink. Uh-oh. Ooh.
You
Ooh.
see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
What the hell? Hello there everyone, I am Big Bear. Welcome back to Disco Elysium. I'm looking forward to finding out what is happening in the church. Apologies for the hiatus over the last 5 or 6 days, but we are back and we are getting into it. I've had some PC issues which have just led to a couple of recordings being null and void. All issues should be resolved now. We are cracking on with this. I also want to go back and speak to Egghead and see if we can solve what, well, I guess who he is as a puzzle. But yeah, let's get into it.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears in stark contrast to the padlock, carelessly drilled into the wood.
I love the detail and description in these things with the voice. Open the padlock with a key.
The lock turns easily. You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
Pull on the doors.
A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum. In the heart of the city.
And off we go. I think I mentioned in the last episode as well, Whoa! Whoa. Hey! Hey! That's the PC looking thing that's in the other property back... where was it? It was next to the building in the Whirling in Rags, wasn't it? Where the bookkeeper thought that there was a strange... a strange stillness. A strange stillness fills your head. Yeah, where the lassie from the bookshop thought there was like an entity. But okay, we'll look into that. What I was going to say there as well, of course, is that I'm leaning towards not arresting the guys and letting them do the music club, but no drugs. Whether it's going to be one of these things that actually happens or if it's just a decision that we make, I guess only time will tell, but we need to investigate. More of the forked lighting pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional, some long-forgotten style. Is Kim just gonna... Oh no, he's gonna follow me. This grotesque wooden figure looks half-finished. Oh, somebody's been carving something into the wood. Can't make it... Oh, I've just realised I still look like a complete burk. Wow, oh. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. Something to do with radio frequencies. Maybe the person can help me with that computer. I can't remember what it was we needed from that computer to get things rolling. Let's have a look. Two decks of reel-to-reel tape spinning on empty. Whoa, oh jeez, I didn't realise there was a massive hole here. A portable Harman Woshi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Looks like it. Someone siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna. This is weird. Oh, there's money over there. Okay, we'll come and have a look at this map. Oh no, let's just have a shifty now. I was just wondering.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty.
Dear Lord.
This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
Oh.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Should we kneel? It is a church, it is religious.
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Close your eyes first, or look up. Look up.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
It's compassion, it's remorse, it's mourning. It's not possible to live. Compassion, I would say.
As that soft word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Oh wow, reconstruct the glass, 58 even, visual calculus. Encyclopedia plus red, well we've got that one.
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived. No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still, and will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
What, can I not go back and repair the glass, or is this... Okay, let's find out what's going on. Wait, what exactly is an innocence? I've read a book, but it was fuzzy. Okay, when did she rule? Okay, let's
The
start from
highest
top.
category of historic individual, an embodiment of the world spirit.
A ruler?
More, an innocence is elected to office by the founding party, a precedent that has taken place a mere 6 times in the entirety of history. The legal system of the Real Belt is built to accommodate an authentic rule should it coincide with our time. An innocence is infallible. The decisions made by one are not decisions. They are inevitabilities. What would have happened anyway? Only accelerated, packed into decades instead of centuries. An innocence is a continuous, compressed event, a sacred human being. It is an honor and a glory to live when one is in office.
Is one in office now?
No, we are alone.
Okay, when did she rule?
300 years ago, in the wake of the discovery of this Isola, the Insulindian, by explorers from the continent of Muindi. She is, among other things, the innocence of inter-isolary travel and the connected world.
What else do I know about her?
Many things. You know she was a woman of the court, the wife of an influential Marchese, and eventually the principal advisor to Irene La Navigateur, Queen of Suresnes, modern-day Sir La Clé. Also that she was gorgeous beyond beauty.
Okay, what else? Was she smart?
Terribly, women of the court were expected to play both contract bridge and chess sufficiently well to prove an interesting challenge to a man. A simple grasp in matters of philosophy, theology, and science was encouraged. She was, by all means, a kept woman. She made the most of her position in the antediluvian court, a court visited by the most prominent thinkers and artists of the day. In secret, she was becoming the era's preeminent philosopher of the state, a scalpel, a piercing gaze. She was an almost preternaturally magnetic and intelligent individual. To her contemporaries, she appeared out of time, a messenger from the future of the species. We all fell in love with her, head over heels. Even before she was declared an innocence, her influence was tremendous.
How come?
It was on her advice that Irene La Navigateur sponsored a number of voyages into the Pale. A costly, often tragic endeavor, ultimately vindicated by the discovery of the new world, the piece of reality you're standing on. She was crowned 2 years after the first expedition returned, setting in motion what is widely considered the greatest era in history. The DeLorean era.
Wow.
Wow indeed. When her innocence was declared, and the queen she had advised for years fell on her knees before her, she was so overcome with emotion that her lungs started glowing in her chest. Bystanders reported golden filaments lighting the already sunlit chamber around her, clearly visible beneath her dress. That is why the lungs are the symbol of love for the cultures of the Real Belt.
I want more.
As did we all. The lands of the Mesk and the Occident and even far away supreme windy. Altogether, 21 of the 40 mundial nations of the time immediately accepted Innocentic rule, even before her crowning.
Her crowning?
In a city called Advesperaskit in Vesper Messina, her homeland, the name of the city means evening comes, but it happened on a winter's morning with the canals frozen and slush falling out of the sky. She was dressed in a white and pearl dress on an emptied-out plaza with the crowd far away. Already, her Theriers, the secret servicemen of the Innocents, were worried about an assassination attempt.
She must have been beautiful.
Oh yes, she looked like humanity's young mother, a perfect mother, insultingly beautiful. It was as if her face and shoulders and hands were covered in a soft down of underfeathers. You know this well, very well. Midwinter snow was beating the cobblestones around her. A small attaché of officials stood by as her Theriers placed a white gold wreath on her head. The crowning was mostly witnessed by secret servicemen.
Then what?
One of the men in this secret service killed her 22 years later. A young man who had come to suspect that Dolores Day was not entirely human, but something else.
What?
Something that had walked in our midst, watching us stumble for hundreds, if not thousands of years, until it decided to interfere in the course of our history. We were supposed to come up with this ourselves, the man was reported to have screamed at the Innocents. Dolores Day was shot in the chest with a fowling piece 8 times. The man, thought to be insane, said he once touched her and her body had been unnaturally warm, like a furnace, and that sometimes, while on duty, he observed her forgetting to breathe for over 10 minutes.
That is creepy.
This inhuman quality was witnessed by many others as well, glowing lungs and all. It is commonly attributed to mass hysteria and religious psychology.
Was there something terrifying about her?
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day, constantly surrounded by her Theriers. She was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the Innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
And what happened with them?
The Mesk state tried to detach itself from Innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education programs and mass resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic as well. Dissenters were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacific, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her. This subtle terror is part of her iconography.
Lieutenant Yefreighter, you've stood there for over 5 minutes.
Oh, sorry, yeah, the lieutenant's calm voice echoes in the cold air of the church.
What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to the case. No, she's not. Glowing lungs, that's fucked up. Nothing, just looking around. She's beautiful. She's beautiful.
That she is. A great sacred piece. I wonder what we are doing here, however.
He takes his glasses off and cleans them.
In this church, I mean. The coast in general. We shouldn't linger. This isn't a good place to get lost in.
Okay. I mean, it is a white check, so I can retry it, but give me a wee minute. Let me just see if I can put some more into visual calculus. I'm fairly confident I can. 2 ticks. Okay, I think we've got something.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious
Booyah.
a jigsaw of broken shards
Ooh.
falls into place in front of you. A ghostly reconstruction of the stained glass window. Before it was shattered, there was an older woman beneath the younger one. And a text. A light motif below them both.
What shattered this mosaic?
Unknown.
Oh, well, that's helpful.
A motor carriage? A gunshot? Someone falling into it? Or maybe just hooligans looking for something to break?
Who's this older woman?
The escutcheon on her throne says, Irene the Navigator. She is depicted as an older woman wearing thick-rimmed eyeglasses, holding a golden Reichsapfel in one hand and a scepter in the other. This is the queen her innocence day advised. Above, she herself is whole.
Okay.
Small figures of wise men, common men, worshippers walk up the stairs to stand at her feet. Secret servicemen, 30 years, stand in a row guarding her. It must have taken years to produce this work in all its dizzying detail.
Okay, the motto, what does it say?
Below both women, in luminous black letters, Après la vie, mort. Après la mort, la vie de nouveau.
Okay.
And then, along the left side, Après le monde, la gré. Après le gré, le monde de nouveau. After life, death. After death, life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This is the great leitmotif of humanism, a summary of the effect of the discovery of this isola, the Insulindian, on human thinking. A tremendous sea change, akin to finding life after death.
Lieutenant, this used to say after life, death after.
Death. Life again. After the world, the pale. After the pale, the world again. This exaltation is common in Dolorian sacralism. In the early years, it was even incorporated as the RCM slogan. No more, however.
Why?
It was deemed subservient to use a strongly moral intern-related motto. We already suspected of bootlicking. The sentence was also seen as too feminine. It was a macho thing.
Yeah, what is the RCM's motto now?
Justice, union, prudence, and force.
I like this, puts fear of God back in the... I like the other one better.
So do I.
Step back.
The mother of humanism towers above you, a wax painting on a cracked pane of glass. Nothing has changed in her expression.
This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Dolorian Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew of this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Ravachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
On the coast of an uninhabited archipelago where only animals had roamed before, in the wild reeds.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them, the 7 sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find anything connected to the lynching here. Something else, perhaps?
It looks at the machinery lying around here. I'm intrigued as well.
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of Delorianism?
Kim, are you a follower?
Yes, we all are. Her name, body, and rule are synonymous with humanism. The laws we enforce are Delorian in origin.
Stroke your chin first. I didn't think you were spiritual.
It's not spiritual, it's constitutional. The Delorian system does not demand faith, only accordance.
Okay, turn away. Right, that should do us. Let's have a wee shifty at this PC then.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
Seems cautious around the machine.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
Ooh, okay.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine just looks like the one in the doomed commercial area. That's what I meant to say. Wait, let me just investigate it. Step behind the computer.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater. The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good afternoon. Fortress accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Yvonne, it's me again. How are you? I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log February March. Fortress accident like the one in the doomed commercial area. Yeah, I looked inside the core.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Oh, God.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint?
No.
Oh, I didn't
The
think so.
system is not part of the protocol for repeater stations.
Okay.
Received. I will register this login attempt. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Goodbye, Fortress accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
Okay, so I've got the filament for the other computer, but when I put it in and turn it on... Oh no, did I leave it there? I can't remember if I left it there or not. I'll double check. But I need the password for that as well. Oh, flippin' Nora.
Nothing happens.
Shoot. Okay. Oh, is that shoes? Hello. Monies. Ooh. Mesk Banger's red brogues. Like it. I wouldn't say no to a pair of them myself, to be honest. The spider will spin its web around this wooden carved pillar. Hang on a wee minute. Where are my items? That was empty cassette case. Oh yeah, blue medical spirit. I forgot we got that. Banged up fuel canister. Blue oblong pen. No, I must have left it. Did I leave it in the machine then? Tape small space. Shoot. Okay, maybe I did. I hope I did. Okay, well, oh, actually, come to think of it, what else have I got? 85, 15 points to another skill point level up as well, so that's pretty good. Let's zoom it out a little bit. Cracked pane of glass. Colourful. Came from the stained glass window. Still has letters on it too. Is there anything else kicking about? What about down here? Ooh.
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
Wait, I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it, but for the faintest of hums. It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Stomp your feet and clap your yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers.
Okay, that's weird. Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Kim, what's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Almost nothing, and it's beginning to worry me. No, not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this. Can't hear shit.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
Yeah, what if it's something paranatural? No, probably not. It's probably nothing, just our imagination. Whatever it is, it's definitely real. Something odd is happening
The
to us.
lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can sense him tense up next to you.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Charles, it try to see beyond the shadows. Uh-oh. Beyond the shadows.
It's like there's something moving up there. A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Eh? Where? Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Oh, bollocks. Is it that was it Crabman?
Officer, is there something up there?
Lieutenant follows your gaze, attempting to see whatever it is that you're seeing.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away.
Blink. Uh-oh. Ooh.
You
Ooh.
see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes.
What the hell?
Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Whoa. Okay, this is weird.
The shadow is a man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently. The Crab Man.
Crabman. Hey, who's there? This is the police. Show yourself. Let's go hard.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry. Everything's gonna be all right. You come to the right place.
So that's Crabman.
That accent is Villalobos, a peninsula in Mesk and a district in Jamrock. There's a sizable contingent of Villalobos-speaking Mesks in Rivershore.
Yeah, what, the right place for what? Gee, so it's just a guy.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
I think we could use that.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
But Kim, you're not very exciting today.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Okay, yeah, I guess I have a bit of a problem and it's been getting out of hand lately. I'm a policeman, I need to talk to you about police things. I don't know anything about alcohol use. Hell no, run away. Oh, hell no, run away. Yeah, I guess. Let's admit to our issues.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence. And you don't even know it.
Oh, I do. Oh, believe me, I do. I mean, I think I'm still worried about what the hell's happened to my gun. Oh, my gun. That's a good point. Okay, great. More patronizing. So original. Oh, I'm very in touch with my suffering. How do you know what I'm feeling? I'm actually here on behalf of some young people looking to establish a nightclub. I'm very much in touch with my
Not
suffering.
all of it. I was like you once. You don't know all the havoc El Vino is wrecking on your mind and your spirit. Necesita parar, homie.
Mm-hmm.
You know, actually, since we're here, You may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Oh, come on, Kim. I get it. I get it. Look, I've shaved. I've not had a drink. I haven't smoked. We're trying to save Harry. Save his soul. For some reason, I feel like you have a point there. Adjust your tie. Who do you think you are? Some crazy guy on the roof? What is this shit? You know, alcohol is central to my identity. If I wouldn't drink, it just wouldn't be me. This is stupid. I don't even know what that is. It's all well and good, but we need to talk about the unlicensed occupation of ecclesiastic property. No, for some reason I feel like you have a point there.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes.
Wasteland of reality. Okay.
This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Is he just trying to throw you off your game? Whatever it is, he's quite confident about it. Just look how gracefully he sways.
Because I'm only 15 points away, I'm tempted to just fire straight into this. I've not really seen anything else in my thought process that I want to look at immediately, so sounds interesting. Where are we? You must be the crab man. Yeah, you must be the crab man.
Never known myself to be a crab. But if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it.
To be fair, it's really more like a spider.
I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. It may be that I gotta work on my technique.
That's not the only technique he's working on. Look at those carved sculptures. And is that a satchel of tools over there?
Wait, did you also carve all those sculptures?
Sure am. Whittling wood used to be something I just did to busy my hands. Now I use those same hands in service of something greater than my own restlessness.
They seem a tad derivative. That's so rude. You're promoting the objectification of women with your reactionary depiction of the female bodies. No, I think that they looked good.
It's all just for the mother, man. No need to overthink it.
What were you before you became a crab man and a wood carver?
I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone.
I lost my memory too, and it haunts me. I lost my memory too, but I like it. It's like I get to create a whole new me and start again from scratch. So you used to be in a gang, but you don't remember it. Sounds convenient. No, I lost my memory too. It haunts me.
No, man. You gotta let that shit go. Then the mother's light touch will fill you with rapture.
Do you remember your name, sir?
Tiago's my name. But those syllables don't mean much to me these days. A name isn't just your identity, but also, so to speak, your place amongst your fellows, your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore.
Okay, my name's Harry. Extend your hand for a greeting. My name's Harry Dubois, and my placement in the world is Lieutenant W. Freighter. I don't do names. Let's try and be
That's
polite.
just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters.
He ignores your hand, his limbs a mere shadow below the ceiling. What are you doing here?
This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out into nothingness. This church was built around it for purposes of veneration. I circled it, nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly.
Okay, the Mother of Silence, you mean her? Point to the window.
No. There's a new god in town, and she can't be painted or sculpted because she has no limb or even a face. She is the end. She is a cavity in the dark beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No one can, Holmes, and no one ever will.
And what will happen once you drink from this perforation?
I will be incinerated, but not destroyed. Finally, I won with the state of the world before reality began.
That sounds a bit like substitution behavior, no? You know a thing or two about that.
You sure you didn't just switch one drug for another?
It's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Faith is a kind of drug. I guess you have a point.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it.
I still don't understand what you're doing in the
I know
church.
it will take time. Don't sweat it.
Why did he repeat himself twice there?
I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory.
Can you sing for me? Sing for me something. It doesn't really make sense for you to sing if she's the mother of silence. Nod, singing is good. We should all sing a bit more. Can you sing for me?
I ain't from no Marietti, if that's what you're thinking. And the song I sing is silent as the mother.
Marietti is a mesque style of music and dance, commonly seen at all manner of festivities, especially weddings. It's delightfully quaint, owing to its peasant origins. He lost his cool there for a moment. Seems you hit some nerve.
Whoops. How did you even find this place, this church?
Hard to say. I think I did some construction work here, back when I still had material worries. Up there, I realized what the true purpose of the church was. Been spending a lot of time here ever since. The past is nothing to me now, eh? It didn't belong to me.
Are these your shoes lying around here? Show them the red brogues.
I think they were. A long time ago. I had to shed them like skins to get closer to the center of the silence. You could have them. I don't need them anymore.
These shoes look pretty dapper, actually.
They do. They really do. I like them. Right, I had other
The
questions.
sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the shadows.
Where are we? You've been here a long time. Do you know why the church was abandoned?
Police raid a while back.
His voice suddenly flat. Ooh.
Did you witness it?
Not really. Or at least I don't remember much of it anymore. The mother's love has done its job. That's what's so great about the mother. It lets you forget about everything.
Some ravers want to turn this place into a nightclub.
The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me.
Wait, do you have a reason, do they have a reason to be scared? No, it's because he's cutting about the rafters, isn't it? Acting like a weird-ass crab man. So why do you think that is? So what do you think about the nightclub that is? I trust you won't get in the way of some enterprising youths. Their business looks promising. So what do you think?
Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go.
Oh, okay, so he's happy with it then.
Might even be nice to have some company.
Oh, that's good then, okay. Do you know where the other spooker is? Point at the strange machines.
Other spooker? Oh, esa viejita es muy estudiosa. Don't know, Holmes.
The Aita is Grandma?
Wait, so there is another person living in this church and it's a Vajita. Vaita. Right, thanks. I'll see if I can find her some other way.
No. I just call her viejita because of her clothes. She's actually quite young. Or maybe not that young. Age is just one of the many masks we wear.
And you don't know where she is?
That's what I said, Holmes.
How can you not know that when you both live here?
Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. We got different interests.
Oh, you didn't happen to see her key in a password or say anything, did you? So you've got nothing else to tell me how she looks, what she does, who is she?
I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Oh, yes. Have you heard by any chance the password to her radio
Too
computer?
many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Just tell me what's the password.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death.
Booyah!
What you think of that? Makes me almost pity la niñita pequeña when I hear it.
Okay, thanks.
I think we're done here, Essay.
Ooh. Perfect.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
It isn't, Kim. It's just interesting. Not everything... Oh, wait a minute. There's stuff there for me to get. Oh, we're auto-saving. That's interesting. Okay, hang on a wee minute. I need to open up another point. Wasteland of Reality. What was this one again? 20 hours! Oh, Jesus. Well, this must be a good one if it's got that length on it. It has been brought to your attention that you're an alcoholic and that it's a sickness and it's killing you. You're crawling on your knees through life, your booze-filled belly dragged on the ground, your brain now fuzzy, now in overdrive, your hair sticking together with today's cold sweat and yesterday's vomit. Perhaps they're right. Anything is better than this, even bone-dry reality itself. Maybe you can quit. That is what we're talking about. That's exactly what I want to do for Harry. That is no question. I am using a point to go for that. Yep. And actually, I'm kind of happy about that as well, because 20 hours, I've only got Kingdom of Conscience and White Morning, and they're like really, really short. What was White Morning? 5 hours, so much shorter in terms. So this must be a good one, and that's good for Harry as well. That is something that you've probably noticed as I'm playing. I'm trying to sort of focus on to get Harry out of his alcoholic funk. What the hell's that? Is that a scarf? Meskbanger silk scarf. Looked like a scarf. Oh, wait a minute. That was my bad. I didn't actually see what it did. Ooh, +1 to pain threshold. Interesting. A figure drawn in frost in the window, depicting a deer. Frost has drawn flowers on the glass, obscuring its view. Wow. Okay. I think we've all but investigated huge chunks of the church. Oh.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What? No, I don't remember anything. I don't want to talk to you about this. Goodbye. What?
You have the Headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
Oh yeah, I do. Wait, look around. Win who back? I can't win her back. She's a long-dead historical figure. I should, yes, this is a task of mine, right? I can't win her back if she's dead.
Don't be so pessimistic. Love doesn't die that easily.
Am I going to get another item to think about as well? I should, yes, this is a task of mine.
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
How do I... was fond of thinking she deserves more. You should offer her any and all you have one day if you meet her in person. What an odd task to give yourself, but here we are. If you meet her in person. Oh god, I thought I meant like leave it in front of the glass. Oh flip. Okay, well anyway, let's go and do the password.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The speaker comes to life.
Good afternoon, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
I still don't fully understand exactly what it is that's happening here. So they have filaments or data cubes that you or information that you put into the PC, but I guess we're gonna find out. Yvonne, it's me again. How are you?
Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
Let's try this again. I think I may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Is it my birthday? Life after life, death.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Fortress Accident, is there anything else I can do for you today?
Fortress Accident, like the one in the Doom commercial area.
I have 2 machines registered to this company name in Martinez. One on Saint-Brune, the other on Rue de Saint-Ghislaine.
Saint-Brune, that's the church. And Rue de Saint-Ghislaine? That's the Doom commercial area.
Anything else I can help you with?
Nope, I'm good, thanks.
Goodbye.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated.
And
revealing
print.
fluorescent play and the printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
Read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Ridden with narcotics. Just like Andre said.
Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need a new antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simon for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Artists, programmers, Lexi, who are all these people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
Okay, read the fifth entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
It is weird, so they know about this weird anomaly of sound as well.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
What could it be? Look at the water basins behind you.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Read the 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again.
Oh, shit.
Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good. I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
Okay, so it was the lassie that she saw.
That disco man must be a cell.
She must be describing a cell.
A girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
Ninth entry, let's go, Kim.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me. I was the one who broke into the radio computer, and the storekeeper must be Placence.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
Well...
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines.
Yep.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also, some canned air. Your reading is interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Uh-oh.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Oh dear. No, wait a minute, we're the police. Shouldn't be an issue.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you, she holds down the off button for several seconds, the machine reboots.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
I can assure you I'm an experienced circuit bender. I'm not breaking into your computer. I'm using it to access coalition military data. We're here on a side case representing certain music venue organisers. We're not just breaking in. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead searching for my lost identity. No, okay, side case representing certain music venue organisers.
You won't find any music venue organisers here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back into life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
I haven't destroyed hee-haw.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine. I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
No, so it doesn't look like a big loss there. Okay. Hey, are you lead programmer of Whirl Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
Ooh, do you know the password?
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you and what are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? She must have started programming when she was still a teenager. That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
Okay, top to bottom, have you seen the Crab Man?
No.
Oh, but you know he's around?
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
Okay, it's probably not a big deal
No,
then.
you're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer. Hang on a minute, what was it that I just accomplished there? What did I accomplish? Because... Scat lead about to what is an... Take stuff bird. Sorry, I know that some of you can't see this. I'm just... Oh, sod it. I think I said that I accomplished something earlier, didn't I? Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
You're in an abandoned church that you shouldn't be in, and you've hooked up power that you're probably stealing. Why do you need an antenna point to it?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN Prefect's processing unit.
Wait, what?
RAIN Prefect. My radio computer.
And the antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She's stopped working now. No, I'm a master circuit mentor. I know everything. Not really.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
And the air one is a good antenna.
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
Okay, and what are you doing with your computer, radio computer?
I'm working.
On what?
The machine seems almost alien with its pulsing core, the light casting her face in a strange shadow.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do, and you're not helping.
What about the bowls of water over there?
They are connected to my reign prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
I'm getting more and more confused with the bowls of water now.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Okay, right. I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
What are you doing in the abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions. You're occupying a public space. I need to know what you're doing here. Yes, that's fair enough.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
Ready to stand our ground. What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
Is the hole connected to the data loss in your journal?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
Okay, a hole in the world, what does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing.
Yep.
What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for you to answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
But, hold on a moment. Does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it? Oh, God. Okay, I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it. I like that one. I don't know if... I'm not here for some science. No, I like that middle
You
one.
measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins.
Well, that's what I would do.
But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
Okay. Do you have any idea where the hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without success.
Only a faint crisscross of rafters can be made out from the dark, most of the tower disappearing into the shade.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to cease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
That's where Crabman lives.
I know.
You don't think Crabman might be somehow responsible
No,
here?
I don't.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, you said that the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the Swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
That's all I wanted to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world for now.
Great. Thanks.
Hey, how about that 2mm hole again? How do you feel about anodic dance
What?
music?
I hate it.
Oh dear, you're not going to like what's going to happen next then.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Have you ever listened to it? Like, actually listened?
Yeah, like all the time. My tent neighbors don't really ease up with their partying, do they?
She pulls a face that looks absolutely scathing.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right, but how do you feel about a club of Nordic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build here, then? I know what they want to build here.
Take a guess, why don't you?
I heard they're also planning on building a drug lab.
Bingo! That's exactly what they're up to.
Wonderful.
Admiring the embellished pillars and the spectacular architecture in the church.
Now this house of worship is also going to be a drug lab. Always something fascinating happening in tents.
They're just encouraging an active youth culture here. Nothing wrong with that. Mind-altering substances are vital to... okay, they're just encouraging an active youth culture.
Yeah, what I said before. Not possible to appreciate that kind of music without being high as a kite. So that's settled. Great. No nightclubs in the church then.
I'm kind of tempted to say yes. I don't, like, if we say no to drugs, let them do the music, you're not really supposed to be here. But, okay. Right, I'll let you work in peace now. Okay, what else have we got? Did it not say that this chappie, by the way, had... Oh yeah, that's the weird... Yeah, could these wires work as contact microphones? Could we perhaps get the lassie's device to do a bit of recording ourselves? It doesn't look like there's anything else around here. I don't think I can actually speak to the chap again then. That just seems to be it in a nutshell. And now we are up on the hour for the episode as well. So we've done a lot, we've learned a lot. I want to go back and speak to Egghead. Couple of things that we can go and accomplish, and you know what, let's just take a... No, actually, I'm not going to. I really want to go and speak to them and say, no drugs, but you can have your music club. And now we're internalizing a couple of other thoughts, and I guess at some point maybe we can speak to her, because she might know the password for the other computer. Never thought about that, but she seems busy at the moment. But anyway, you know what? I'm going to leave this episode here. Thank you so much for watching. If you like my content, please hit the like and subscribe button. This is Big Bear signing off, but there will be another video. See ya!